need more iron. You always need more iron. I've got a ton in here, so I might as well do this. And we're going to make a bunch of conveyor belts. I'm just going to make a bunch, and then I'm going to right-click a bunch to make even more. And I like my conveyor belts in the middle. And this is something important. If you have a thing here, and you can drop it anywhere you want, and then the next thing you make is going to go there. But if you want to reserve this spot to be just for conveyor belts, you can middle-click it, and now you see how the conveyor belt thing is still there. Now any new conveyor belts that get created from crafting or whatever or picked up, if this is empty, they'll go here first, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and keep this up. We're going to have a problem here. So let's do this. Here's a trick as well. Notice how everything's going on the right-hand side. That's because these guys tend to put things on the right-hand side, and I'm running this belt in from the right-hand side, so it's not utilizing the whole belt. If I put this here now, though, these will come in on this belt on the left-hand side, and that will make things better because they are. And I don't want to do this. If you try it here, actually, I'll show you the thing. You can't do the same trick here because it will turn this belt into a corner belt. Which actually isn't a bad thing now, because now we got 2 belts putting them on the right side and 2 belts putting them on the left side. So that's actually probably the way I want to do it. But this doesn't do the same trick as here, where it's actually forcing it on the right side. It's actually forcing the belt into a thing. So now that we have this, and actually I don't even need to turn this corner. I can bring this down here. And what I want to do here is set this up so that we have a furnace here. I'm going to build a couple furnaces. We have a furnace here, and I guess we can't put one here because the automated thing's not going to work, but we can fiddle with that as time comes on. We're going to need more coal anyway. So actually need to come up one. We're going to run these down here, and then I can build 3 more of these inserter arms. I'll just make 6 because I know I'm going to need 6 because I need to put iron in from this side. I'm going to need to put coal in from this side. And might as well just craft another one. And I put my belts up here like a moron. And this guy's going to have to move, and we'll just do that. And I'm going to put a belt here so that the belt actually reaches the arm. So we want an arm here, and I want an arm here to take coal off of this thing and put it on here. And remember when I said that the burner inserters around these corners would frequently miss their goals? They don't miss them here. So I'm just going to plop a couple electric poles down, and now we are... yeah, see, he can't grab because this puts it on the far end of the belt, and he can't grab it. Oh, he can't grab that either. That's interesting. I thought he'd be able to grab it. I guess it's the fast ones that can grab it. So let's go ahead and fix that right now. Let's put him here. And then put this here. So that he gets first pick off of this thing. It's going to spit coal out. Oh, he needs to turn around. There we go. Ah, there we go. Yeah, this arrow is important. The direction of the arrow is important. And it looks like he's now having a problem, which is nuts. But eventually the coal is going to back up. Notice, yeah, it's slowly building up a reserve of coal, and once this belt fills up and it gets here, he's going to be able to grab it. So that's not a big deal. If this was a super long belt, that would be a big deal, but it's not. It's a tiny little belt. Now he's fine, and we're generating coal. Now the problem here is we don't have anywhere to pull these things out of. We can pull the ones on the sides out, but we can't pull the ones in the center out because there's nowhere to put them. If I pull them out this way, they're going to go on this belt, which has iron ore on it. You don't want to mix your belts up too much. You can mix like one thing on one side and one thing on the other side, but that's kind of an advanced topic that I'll cover later. But for now, we don't actually have a solution. What we need to do is look at the tech tree, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in the tech tree. Here's what you can research. Here's what you can't research because it's blocked. And then here is, if you research the thing that you've selected over here, here's all the things that you'll be able to unlock later. Now, I can also pick just something random off the list here, and it's like, this is the thing. Here's what I would need to research to get to laser turret shooting speed of 1, which obviously is pretty far off in the future. But I am going to actually want to get turrets pretty soon. Not laser turrets per se, but regular turrets. Regular turrets I could just research. to get laser turrets, I actually need to research turrets. I need to research oil. I'm going to need to research lasers. I'm going to need to research batteries. There's a whole bunch of stuff you need to research to get laser turrets. So obviously that's quite a ways off. The first thing though I want is this guy here, long-handed inserter. These things are great. What they do is they will take, like if I put one here and aim it at this guy, he's going to pull out of this furnace and put it here. So I could actually have another conveyor belt here running off this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to start researching this. And we're going to click this research button over here. And now we are researching automation, and you notice nothing is happening. Why is nothing happening? Because I'm not actually researching anything. You need to do research in a lab. And I'm going to click this lab here and let the game build one. It takes a long time to build a lab. I might as well, while I'm waiting for this thing to build, pick up all my iron. And it doesn't really matter where I put my lab. I am trapped behind all my stuff here. There we go. Doesn't really matter where I put my lab. It just has to be on the electric grid. So I'm just going to plop it down here. Now, you see a lab takes science pack 1, 2, 3, and alien, or 4 if you want to call it that. And if you see here in the research screen, which I'm hitting T to get to, but you can also click over here somewhere, trains, menu, production, bonuses. I guess I was wrong about that. You can hit T, though, to bring up the research screen. And you see it needs 10 science pack 1s. Well, how do you craft science pack 1s? Oops, you don't hit M, you hit E. And you poke around here until you find them. You see I can make 98 of them. Well, I need 10, so I'm going to right-click twice to generate 5 here and then 5 more. And you see Science Pack 1s take gears and iron plates. Now, I've got tons of iron sitting in my inventory, so it's just going to make them. And then I need to plop them in here, and then as soon as I plop it in here, it starts making one, and then this thing starts running. So I'm just going to sit here and pump these things through, and I will be back when we have researched the long-handed inserters. Okay, we have researched long-handed inserters. And whenever you research something, it pops up this thing again to ask you what else you want to research. And I'm actually going to fast track something. I'm going to fast track turrets. We really want turrets, and we really want another thing, which is something that is locked right now, and that is Military 2 to get the Piercing Rounds magazine. I'm not going to do a lot of research as we go. When you're playing your own game, you're probably going to want the research to be going as much as possible. But for this series, I'm going to take it kind of slow because I want to kind of explain things as I'm doing them. I don't know if this is actually a tutorial series, if you really want to call it that, but it is going to be I'm trying to serve as a kind of a tutorial, I guess. So it is kind of a tutorial series of the game. But anyway, turrets are really important because there are enemies on this world, and they want to kill you because you're polluting their world. So I'm going to actually research this. I'm going to create 10 more red science packs, and then I'm going to look at the map. Now, here's a trick, and I haven't done it till now because I'm trying to introduce this stuff slowly. But if you hit the Alt key, you get more information, and I try to leave it like this. The more information is, it tells you what is being created everywhere and what chests are holding, and that is really nice because if I need iron plates, I just know this chest here has iron plates in it, so I can just run and grab the iron plates out of these chests. And notice if I put something else in here, like say coal, now it says you have coal and iron plates in this chest. So that's just it's nice things to know, I guess, is the way to put it. And notice now that this guy can put stuff in here because he's good to go. Now I've created all my my science, so let's go ahead and get it in here. Let's get all 10 of them in here. And then now when this is done, we'll have turrets. And now that I've hit Alt, you'll see I don't know if you can tell on YouTube, but this square here is more red than the squares around it. And if you look out a little bit, out here it's even farther, and then down here it spreads out. This is my pollution cloud. This is the pollution I have created. Now, if there were any enemy bases anywhere in this pollution cloud, they would start getting mad at me. And eventually, when they get mad enough at me, they're gonna start attacking me, which is bad. So I don't want them to attack me, or really, I do want them to attack me because the want is a strong word. I accept the fact that they're going to attack me, but I need to protect myself from them. That's really important. So researching turrets and researching the better bullets, I think, is a very good first step in this game. While that's running, I'm just going to chop these trees down because I don't really have anything else to do at the time being. I don't want to spread out any more than I have. This is basically the minimum I needed to spread out in this world to get the resources I needed to get my power and to get my coal and iron and copper production going. Eventually, I'm going to want to chop these trees down, so I figure while I'm waiting for turrets to be researched, I might as well do it. Another thing I can do is in my inventory, I'm going to need green science packs and red science packs. So I'm just going to make 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. And there we go. We've got turrets now. So we can start placing turrets down, which is important. We also are going to want to place our last thing that we want in here. Well, not our last thing. We want military so that we can get military 2. This gives us shotguns too, which are nice. But we want military 2, which is piercing rounds. So I'm going to actually now research that. Okay, military, let's just say research. And now that's not actually running though because we don't have any science in the thing. So let's run down there and get that going. And also, because I've queued up all this science, here's that problem that I was talking about. Because I've queued up all that science, I can't create the actual turrets I wanted. So I think I'm going to actually cancel multiples of these here just to get rid of them. There we go. We'll still create these, and I think I'm going to drop these as well. Okay, we'll still create these so that we can keep the science train going. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make, let's say, 5 turrets. I think that's a good number of turrets to have, and they're always in the military section here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets. And let's say I've got 10 already. I want to put 5 in each. So let's make 15 of these. And you know what? I'm just going to make... I don't really want to make too many more. And I don't really need that myself. I can also make a radar. And a radar is actually not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and make a radar. I'll show you that. And then we're going to go right back to making our science after that. So we're going to need more... red science, green science, red science, green science. We'll just make 20 for now. Let's keep the science train going. And now we're making our turrets, so we can actually place them down. Now I've made 5, so I'm thinking like 1 here, 2, 3. And notice the little green circle around them that tells you how they'll go. So anybody who comes in from this side, this turret will be able to take care of. So let's plop him here. Now let's put one over here to protect our coal. Let's put it right here. And then our third one up here, yeah, let's put it on the science thing, and then it'll also protect the beginnings of that. Now, I've only got 10 bullets so far. So let's go ahead and put 5 of them here. We're about to make more bullets pretty soon here. So we're going to drop 5 of them in here. Oops. There we go. And now we're making more bullets. So as soon as I get 5 bullets, I've got 3, I've got 4, and there's 5. Okay, so now these turrets, this whole section down here is pretty safe. So let's go up to here. This guy probably only needs 1 turret. Let's go ahead and put it, yeah, let's put it right here. And then let's give him 5 bullets. There we go. And now we've got military, so now we can research military 2. Or can we? No, we need steel processing. Dang it. We need 50 red science packs for steel processing. I didn't realize that. Okay, yeah, because those better bullets take the better bullets take what's it called? Words. It takes steel to make the better bullets. So we're going to need a ton of these science packs. Let's just make a bunch more. And then let's place our last turret over here because we want to make sure these guys stay protected. We're going to put a turret right here, and we're going to put our last 5 bullets in there. And then I think we're pretty much good as far as these are concerned. And I never started the research, which is annoying. We need steel and research it. Okay. And this is going to take a while. Steel's going to take 50 science packs, and it's going to allow us also to make steel axes, which is pretty awesome. But we just need to kind of suck it up and do this research. In the meantime, I'm going to collect all my things. Oh, you know what I can make while we're waiting here? I can do this. Need 3 of these, and I've got plenty of these. Let's go ahead and build another wooden chest as well. Let's go ahead and cancel these so that we get in there. That's the problem with research, is you're constantly overreaching with your research and trying to do more than or with your building stuff, and that's where automation comes in. We haven't really talked about automation yet because I'm trying to secure my borders and everything first before I worry about automation. And really, my borders are pretty much secure, but I want it to be better. So I'm going to delete this guy. We're going to put this guy here. I'm going to delete this, and I just realized my my pickaxe was destroyed. So let me build a new pickaxe. Everything slows down when your pickaxe gets destroyed, just so you know. So let's go ahead and do that. And then where are these red arms? There we go. I'm going to put them here. And notice they're already taking out, this guy took out of here and put it here. So now I can place a conveyor belt here to get these guys all together. Then I need a regular inserter. And I also need to keep generating science. We'll just do 10 at a time, I think. And then the regular inserter is going to go right here into here. And then we need to power all of this, which is going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually going to remove a couple of these things. And we're going to do a trick here. If you place these guys in a line with no spaces in between, you can never fit a power pole in between them. If you put a power pole in between them, you can reach the arms on both sides, which is very nice. So that'll actually power the whole thing. Then I'm going to put a power pole here so everybody can see now everybody here has power, except for this poor little guy. Oh, no, he has power too, which is awesome. Okay, so this guy needs coal, which means I need to bring this out a little bit farther. And then do that. And then I need this red guy to go here. So obviously this is not good. Let's run this out one more. Grabby arm into a chest. And power him up. Let's put the power here, actually, so it's not in the way for anything I want to do later. So now, all of these three, I'm sorry, drills, actually 4. These 4 drills are going into these 3 furnaces and then generating iron plates. Now notice we're generating too many iron plates for the production line to pull off of. So let's create 3 more chests. I should be making iron chests, or I shouldn't say should. I could be making iron chests. And then generate 3 more of these. Create 10 more science packs. Get the lab going again. Can do this, and then extend the conveyor belt one more. And now we're pulling off 4 iron plates per run. And these guys are all running at full capacity now, which is the important thing. We want to be generating resources as quickly as possible, and utilizing those resources we're generating as quickly as possible too. So that's pretty good. We've got everything going. Everything's looking good. One thing, we could use more furnaces, because you notice the backup right now isn't generating iron, it's utilizing the iron we're generating. So let's create another furnace. We're getting pretty low on stone too. I should probably think about automating stone production pretty soon here. And then after we generate that furnace, let's create a couple more inserters just so we have them. Generate 5 of these and 5 of these, and let's go ahead and plop down some more conveyor belts, just filling up our research thing, and then 10 more red science just to get that going. So now let's plop him down here. Let's extend this out a little bit. Can't have this pole here anymore, which is possibly going to cause a problem, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. We're going to put a pole here, Yeah, we need to fix this problem. So let's put a pole here. Oh, yeah. See here, it's not letting me drop these things on here because this is only for conveyor belts. That's what that was telling me. Okay. We need a long-headed inserter to take out of here. We need the smaller inserters, which I don't have any of, which is annoying. So let me get rid of these. Why it's annoying is not strictly... You might not realize why that was annoying. But what happens is... And I don't have a chest. Grr. That's fine. Okay. Let's put this chest here. And are we good? No. Now we're good. No, we're not good. Now we're good. We're generating everything. Okay, we're 5 times our production now. Yeah, why that was annoying is if you want to generate stuff, if you want to create one of these guys, notice he takes an inserter. If I create the inserter manually, notice I have 3 now, and then I want to create this guy. Oh, what am I lacking? I need iron plates. Well, guess what? And then I want to create one of these guys. He's going to take the inserter that I just created. So what I did was I said, I want to create 5 inserters and then 5 long-headed inserters. And it used the 5 inserters I created to make the long-headeds. If you want to make these things, you need to make them in reverse order. I should have made 5 long-headeds and then queued up 5 regulars behind them so that they... I thought I had science, but I guess I don't. What do I need for this? I need... more iron. You always need more iron. Let's make that many. So yeah, you want to make them backwards. You want to queue up your red-handeds and then queue up your yellow-handeds behind it. And obviously, they're not called red-handeds. They're called long-handeds, but you know they're red, so that's what I call them. Notice this guy has completely built up his backlog. And so he's letting coal go by here, and it's actually got a backlog all the way here. So we've got so much coal coming up here, which is fantastic. And actually, these guys aren't even... No, they are still running. Look how slow they run compared to the yellow and the red ones. It's crazy. But we've almost got steel processing, which is fantastic. We need to actually start thinking about utilizing the steel processing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out of these 2 guys. So let's just set this up now. We're going to pull out of these 2 guys, and we need 2 more furnaces. And I think I have enough rock to make 1. So we're going to need to go get some more rock here. But we're going to want a furnace here. And we're going to want coal in that furnace. It's getting to be a little bit of a rigmarole, getting stuff everywhere. But I think we're almost done with our starter base. This is not even remotely close to what our base is going to look like eventually. And I just changed my mind. I realized a much better way to do this is to have our furnaces here. Yeah, I need more rock. Okay, where was I getting rock from? I don't even know. There's rock up here. I'm going to manually mine this rock, even though I said I was never going to manually mine anything. And actually, I will do one better. I will manually mine this rock. Looks like I need more science, but I think this is enough science to finish off the research here. Now I can make a furnace. I'm going to put it here. There we go. We got our steel processing. Now we can do our military, which is going to take 20 reds and 20 greens. So I need to make green science. I'm just going to queue these up. 1, 2, 3, 4... 2, 3, and I'm actually out of resources, which is ridiculous. I don't know how many total I have, but let's just do that so we can get these things going here. I'm going to put this green in here, and I did it again. I don't know why I do that. Let's do military and research. I wish hitting E would accept the research that you have selected, although that would probably be a bad thing. And yeah, I'm going to have to run this kind of crazily around here. But it'll work. That's all I need to do. Although this guy doesn't really have a way to go. So I think I'm going to go out one more. There we go. And then I need regular inserters, which I don't have any of, which is annoying, because I just queued up all that science. I'm just going to create 5 of these. And I guess I can set this up now to pull out when the time comes. I don't need that, but I am going to get these guys together so they pull out into the same place. And then we're going to need a box here as well. I should fill this up because he's not actually running while while I don't have green science in there. He's not actually running, so that's important. But okay, I'm going to actually wait for the science to finish, and I will be back when that's done. Okay, while I was waiting for this, I realized I hadn't placed my radar yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, here's where I am and where I'm spending most of my time, and I can see if any enemies encroach in this area. This is the amount of map I've seen, and it shows you more of my pollution is related to it, but I don't actually know if bad guys have encroached in here or anything yet. So I've made this radar. I made it already. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take it up to the copper area, because that's farther away from where I am, and you'll be able to see the results a little bit better while I'm moving around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this radar down, and I don't actually need this coal here, here, and here. So I'm going to place this radar here, and now he needs power. So I'm going to do this, and here's a trick here. Actually, let's take this over this way, as far as it'll go. See how like the line is? Let me get my... I wish this wasn't at night, but you see the line between this guy, and then if you go too far, the line goes away. To help you place it better, make it easier, if you try to place on a thing that's already there and then start walking, it'll just place it as you walk, which is really nice. Now, I just ran out of these, but the good news is I'm also out of science to make. So I can drop these guys in here and then start making these things. I made a shotgun, and I'm making shotgun shells for it. I also need to make a garbage box. I'm just going to put it here. I don't want this pistol. I think pistols are garbage, and I never want them at all. I'm going to put my shotgun in slot 1, and I'm going to put the shells right under it so that they go. And I think that's enough shotgun shells. So let's go ahead and place our electronics here. And then now the radar is running, and I'm back down here. But you'll see here, the radar is showing me this big square of stuff. And now if I come down here, you see this is my square, and then this is the radar square. So we can guarantee that there are no bad guys in this whole area here. Also, the radar occasionally shows you a spot around you. It actually reveals a spot that you can't see otherwise. So it's like slowly doing an around the thing. And you notice that my coal has gotten bad here. Oh, there we go. We got this. Now we need, we just got military 2, so we have these piercing rounds. I am no longer going to research anything for the time being. I'm not going to research anything until I actually need it for the explanation of stuff. Yeah, this guy is, these guys aren't running at all because they're not getting any coal whatsoever, because I extended this line around. But that's not a big deal. Eventually they'll get it. Now I have my inserters, so now I can finally start doing stuff. I want to put coal in here. I want to put coal in here. I want to put iron in here, and I want to put iron in here. And I also need to power this whole thing. And I think if I strategically place this guy, no, I can't. No matter where I put it, somebody's going to be out of power. So let's go ahead and just do that to get everybody power. Those power poles, they're great at the beginning of the game, but they don't work very well. Let's also put this guy here, so that as we're see now these guys are generating steel, which is awesome. And I need one more of these little inserters and another box. As always, you always need another box. Let's go ahead and put this box here. Put this inserter here. Let's give him yet more power. And now we've got a box of steel. We are making steel. We are making everything we need to make these bullets. And that's what I'm going to be doing first. And I'm actually going to do this in a factory. We haven't done factories yet. And factories are obviously the thrust of Factorio. I'm going to make 2 of these. But these bullets take steel and copper plates. We've got steel here, and we've got copper plates, sadly, way up here. So guess what we need to do? We need to bring these guys together. And I don't know where the best place to do this is. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't want to do this automatically. I think maybe I'm going to make my first ones first because I want to get into the automation part of the game. So let's just make as many of these as I can. And let's start thinking automation. Let's go into the map here. Now, we know this is safe from bad guys, but we don't know if it's safe all the way up here. We've also got this area. What I'm looking for is an area that doesn't have a lot of water, at least not for a long time. Oh, there's oil. See, the radar just found some oil, which is awesome. So we know there's oil up here, and there's probably an oil field. Usually they come in clumps. So hopefully there's like 6 or 8 of these up here. So when it comes time to get oil, we'll get them up there, which basically means that I'm going to want to come up here. I think I'm going to want my factory to be up here. There's also some iron up here, and there's more coal, which is always nice. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, this coal, this iron, and this copper, I'm going to bring them all up into this area here, and I'm going to smelt them. This is where my main smelting is going to be. Everything I've done up to this point is a temporary factory that has nothing to do with what's going to actually happen in the game. So I think I'm going to stop it here, though, assuming this is a good place to stop. And I'm going to set this all up. I'm going to plan it all off camera, and then I'm going to set it up so that we're ready to go next episode when I'm going to start actually automating everything. I hope you're looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to doing it. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.